So this style you can do a few ways. You can either have a little cutter and cut it. I'm just gonna go ahead and sculpt it. Go ahead and sculpt it. A lot of times people have a little cutter. I actually don't even have the cutter, to be honest with you. Deep over French, because I want a deep over French. So I kind of like to cut it myself. I sculpt it myself with the powder. I'm pretty confident in my ability to control the powder, so I kind of sculpt it out myself. Give myself, see, just like that. Get the powder to a nice consistency where it's moldable. Sculpt out my little French here. You don't have that much time, but later on I can go through with a hand filer and actually make this more crisp if I need to. So I'm trying to create a smile line by sculpting. Not bad. Later on I'll use a hand filer, go up here and try to make it more crisp, but other than that, the smile line is definitely good enough for me, for this shape stiletto anyway. Truly not bad. Look at that. Perfecto. Look at that. So I gotta make sure that I got some sculpting to, I have some sculpting techniques, you know. Not all too shabby. We're gonna be using a lime green. We want to put some mylars in it or something like that. Get it nice. Make sure I bring it out the same distance each nail. Probably one of the reasons why I don't really like this style sometimes, because it just takes a lot of work. But it does look good. It gets a really nice clean smile line, and can't go wrong with the technique. Once you have the technique down, it just looks great. Definitely, only time you should do this is definitely when the powder is a little bit setting like this. When it's wet, you can't really sculpt it like that. I'm not gonna lie, for not doing this for a long time, getting this pretty down pretty well. Pretty damn good. Two down. So I'll probably go back through with the hand filer too. This is a medium set monomer, yeah. You can tell it sets a little bit quicker, right? I like it that way. I don't like waiting around for the powder to dry and stuff like that. Gotta make sure the powder is gonna be the right, you know, consistency for me to start sculpting. You don't want to try to make this shape too soon, because there's no point. You don't want to wait too long either. Then I want to fill this in with the green and a little bit of mylar and some sparklies. Remember, if you don't do this part perfect, it's fine. You definitely can go back through later on with a hand filer and just, you know, hand file through the sides and stuff like that, make it more crisp. You know, you have that ability. Even using a drill bit, you can go in there, but try your best to make it as best as possible here while you're doing this, so it just saves you a lot of time later. before you add the green, you're gonna be going back through and making this nice and crisp. So there you go. Whew. Hello everybody. About this EMA, I'm on 2 separate occasions. News I thought was issue EMA. I cannot work with that, takes forever to cure, and I hate the smell. Monomer is always gonna have a smell. Depending on what kind of monomer you buy. Honestly, there's a lot of monomer that's very loud, but the reason why you have the smell from the monomer is because that's what makes it monomer, to be honest with you. I personally, I don't trust any monomer that doesn't smell. I just feel like it's just missing something in there that makes it monomer, and I don't feel that the retention is going to be as great. This 10 brush is really good for sculpting. This is why I use the 10 brush. It's just amazing control. Small and nimble enough for me to be able to go on the sides and corners and stuff like that. And this set, if you do it right, actually is very quick, you know? It's only messy during this part and then the next part, but if you know how to do this, you control the powder well. It's actually very, very easy to do, and the set's actually, you can get through the set really, really quick. That's one of the things I like about it. I mean, back in the day when I did a lot of pink and whites, I did this all the time, but we had a cutter. We even use a nail tip, but we're doing a deep oval, so it's really hard to do a deep oval with the cutter. They do have deep oval cutters that you can buy, but I don't know, I just like doing it by hand sometimes. That, and I don't have the cutter. If I had it, I definitely would be using it, trust me. It'll save me some time. But this way it works too. I feel like that's messy. There we got almost we got 4 fingers down. Any tips on getting the length in the oval part? The length of the oval part, you see what I'm doing is I'm actually stretching it down. Later I'm gonna go with the hand file and file it down. Most oval cutters are actually more elongated, so you can cut deeper. But for me, I'm trying to sculpt the length out in the oval part.
Are you still doing encapsulation stuff on time?
Huh?
Are you still doing any encapsulation stuff?
Yeah, it's gonna be in here.
Oh, okay.
Like instead of the other set, we did it with the ombre. This is we're gonna do it with this. So for my oval, I'm gonna start from up here. So I'm gonna start molding it from up there. Give it more elongation. And like I said, I can always go through with the hand file later. I'll show you guys go with the file and go back up here and, you know, kind of get the key is getting the oval coming here and actually molding this part right here, the smile line. The smile line is what makes it look oval. If your smile line is a little bit more wider and round, circular, it's going to be more of a French. As your smile line is more like an almond shape, like almost like an almond. See that? It's going to look more oval on the edges here. It ain't easy, y'all. What I'm doing right now is very as in I have to time the powder. It has to be the perfect consistency, and you only have a certain amount of time before it gets too dry and you can't mold it. So you gotta work a little bit quicker. So you can't just sit here and try to figure it out while the powder's drying. You definitely have to have some experience and know what you're doing to do it this way. The other way is just putting a lot of powder on, cutting it, boom, you're done. Go back through, and now is your time to kind of just crisp up the corners. If you didn't do it perfectly, bring up, see up high, crisp up the corners. It's just now your time to be able to do that. You can use a drill bit if you want to. I'm just not using the drill bit because you might cut too much out and make it worse. So, but this is when you get that kind of oval up here. Just be careful, don't overdo it. This is what brings that crispness. Crispness. Can't even say that damn word, crispness. Crispness. And if you had some issues with your oval now and you want it more oval, you know, right here, you can now oval it up more. I suggest like 100 by 100. Don't use anything too gritty. You want something really nice and fine. Maybe 180 by 100. 100 by 100 is good too, to get that nice lines in here. Ooh, gotta be careful. The tips are a little bit weak from the monomer. Ooh, that black is gonna look so good. I'll show you guys how to do that in a second. And we still got the green and a little bit of sparkle, but we're just gonna go through and crisp up these oval French here. It's right here. I'm gonna round this out a little bit more. It was a little bit uneven. Okay. See? This is my Jet Art Black. I'm just gonna give it a nice little outline. I'll be able to encapsulate this later. Also, it allows me to be able to get my French really deep. Ah, fuck me. I accidentally touched it. My fingers, I gotta clean it. I don't mind the black getting under there because I'm gonna cover that with powder anyways. This is very important that I get it right here. I really gotta clean it up. I didn't touch it with my finger and now I have a lot of work for myself. It's okay, we recover. So the key is to get the outline first. Later I'm gonna encapsulate this and it's gonna leave this black outline here. And it's gonna separate the green, lime green, between the nude. Like that. And later we gotta put clear on this and we're gonna encapsulate this black, so this black's not gonna get drilled off regardless. So it's gonna stay here. Kinda wanna paint it like right under here. Ooh, I'm not like this. You have to cure this, okay guys? Don't put this on and don't cure and put acrylic, start using monomer. just gonna separate that green real nice. Sometimes people use black powder to put like a black ring in between. I feel like when you use black powder, it just stains so much. I think this is like an easier way to do it. You really gotta make this perfect little French outline here. Go ahead and, oh, one more finger. Actually, I have the same color here. I mixed some glitter into this one. Use this. Oh yeah, nah, I already mixed it in here. It's gonna look good. Just see how that hint of black just, oh.
These are like Beetlejuice colors.
You and your
You always know what I like.
Just see that how the black shows through? Yes, bitch. Gotta be careful, I don't want to tint this new too much. So I already had this pre-mix from the other day. There's a little bit of flakes in here. So this green is not just green, there's flakes in there. When I put the top coat on, it'll show up though. This neon green, this lime green is just so vibrant that it won't show up the flakes. Once I top coat it, it'll make its appearance. I'm not gonna do too much green because I'm gonna encapsulate it with clear. Oh wow, spicy ass bitch. Actually, this turned out a lot better than I thought it would. So I'm not gonna lie, pretty proud of myself. Some things, you know, you just gotta go for it, you know? I'm live in front of hundreds of people. Curious if you fuck up. Literally, I've never done this before, guys. It's like literally, I just started this on the spot to do this style. So I'm sure a lot of people do this style, but it's my first time ever doing this. So kind of geeked that, you know, it turned out the way I wanted to. Oh, she's right. It's okay. I think my other finger will work too. Just a little bit more messy. Yes, bitch. Still gotta get some structure to my nails. I can't just have it all flat, so. There we go. So finishing steps here before we file and shape. Cap in that green. Later on we drill. Black will expose itself a little bit more. Depending how much we drill. I got shape too, so. You see why I hate working with clear, guys? It's runny. I'm not patient with it. A little more clear up here too. Just lightly. I'll drill it off later. Don't worry about that pinky, guys. When I drill it down, it's gonna look good. Sylvia, when you do this, you usually use a builder gel, don't you? Not acrylic. I'm gonna let this sit. I hate waiting for this to dry. It's okay if I get over the nude. I can just drill it later. This technique will probably be a lot easier to work with using builder gel. But it doesn't mean we can't mimic the style. Don't spill. My brush is getting beat up from this clear here. hate working with clear. It's pretty fast though. This set's probably gonna be an hour and a half. My brush already getting caked with this acrylic. It's clear. Clear is literally unavoidable when it gets attached to your brush, because it's essentially pure acrylic. There's no pigment, so it doesn't allow any smoothness. Yes. Bro, that's what's up. Oh, when that top coat hits. Yeet. We were experimenting. We were experimenting. Thank you, Jang. Look at that. You know, Sylvie, I don't usually do this style, and you know, when I was doing this, I was actually thinking about you. I was like, damn, this is some shit Sylvie does every day. And look who pops up out of nowhere. I just can't wait for that top coat to hit. You know? I feel like this style is generally done with builder gel. It's a little bit easier to do, but I feel like we can, anything builder gel can do, we can do too. Anything you can do. Yeah, I think this, once done drilling and top coat, I think it'll come out. I definitely will do things a little bit differently next time. This is kind of like impromptu, out of nowhere. I just decided to do this. Next time I'll probably plan out a little bit differently, make it more efficient so that I can actually do it quicker. share the shape, everything. Yes. You notice one of her fingers is a little bit crooked. I have to adjust it. That's why it looks a little wonky. I would definitely recreate this set again with a different style and even a different shape maybe. I think stiletto is actually really good for this set. So there's my shape, nice and sharp. Break through the. You tempted to buy things. The 5-in-1 restock is probably not gonna be until maybe end of this month. I hope it comes in end of this month. I'm sorry, yeah. I have in medium still, but not in the fine. I'm bringing in the extra fine for a lot of people that have been requesting the extra fine. Hoo-hoo. That black really does set it off. Yes. Seal the cuticles in. Remember, because we painted under the black, even though we drew out the black, it's still, the outline is still there. This is definitely one of those trust to process sets, man. Because you go through this set and you don't tell your client beforehand, or they don't know, they're gonna be like, what the hell you doing? definitely next time work on the consistency of the smile line more. I know exactly how to do that though. Gonna do the deeper smile line. And there we have it, y'all. With that, so, clean up underneath, especially with stiletto. You gotta clean up all underneath. This one could have used more black, but I didn't paint underneath enough. Maybe there is underneath. Maybe I just gotta drill it out. Moment of truth. Top coat time. I'm a little bit quicker. First attempt, I'm pretty satisfied with it. Did you say? Oh my god. That's so pretty. It is sexy. So, this just gives off sex appeal. Oh Lord. You know, confidence is one of those things. Like, look, I'm able to do a style, a technique that I've never done before, impromptu, in front of hundreds of people. Yeah, I was nervous, but confidence-wise, you know, you gotta believe me. Give it a little look. All right, guys, thank you for being here with me and for this set. I'll catch you guys later. Here's the final look. Yeet. Catch you guys later.